Welcome to Milwaukee. This is day, what are we on? Day three?
Day three.
Day three. The three of us are newbies to convention. We're kind of learning the ropes and taking a little bit of time out of our day to recap what we've seen so far. So what was your biggest takeaway so far, Ray?
The whole process, I guess, the process of going, the aha moments of when you're like, oh, that's why we do something like this down at our level in Minnesota to come up here and go to national. That makes sense now. So there's a lot of those processes that just click for me this time.
Awesome.
I'm learning the people that we've seen so far is not going to be even remotely close to how busy it gets tomorrow and Tuesday when caucuses start and we break up into our different states, things like that. So, and just meeting Legionnaires from all over Alaska. I've seen several people from Alaska, Massachusetts, Texas. We're sharing a hotel with Texas and South Dakota. I would see a lot of that in this hotel. And never been to Milwaukee before. It's a pretty cool place.
Yeah, my first time in Milwaukee too. Really good thing.
Last night we experienced the lake walk. So we went down by Lake Michigan and there was an Oktoberfest occurring down there. So we participated in some of the festivities and sightsee a bit. Yeah, we've eaten at some very cool restaurants so far.
Milwaukee's got a very good food game going on here downtown. So if you want something to eat, whatever you want, it's got downtown here. It's pretty good food. So
Yeah.
I liked Emblem Sales. Put a dent in my pocketbook on Emblem Sales. Everything that you see in the magazines is out on the floor.
yeah, and you can touch it.
Yeah.
Like it's all.
It makes such a
I
difference.
think I'm like maybe $200 into emblem sales right now. So I've got my goal is to stay away from it for a while.
He got this very fancy American Legion logo dress shirt. I got this jacket, which I really love.
Yep, and I'm wearing my new shirt. So yes.
Well, then just not just the attire that you can pick up, but just the books. You know how to run a meeting. All that stuff is there, and that's on just such a large scale. I have a quick video that will drop that I walked through Emblem Sales and did a video shoot, so everybody will get a chance to kind of get an idea of what it's like. But the powerful people you see with all the past commanders, national commanders covers that you see. Wow.
And the great part is when you walk by them, they say hi.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're willing to talk to you
Yeah.
just like anybody else. They're not snobbish about their position or anything. It's just talking to another Legionnaire.
And that's what I like about it. A lot of Legionnaires are stopping, talking to different people from different states. And it's just very friendly and an open environment, which is really good.
Yeah.
And I yesterday got an opportunity to go to the media and communications little get together that they had, their committee. That was interesting. I'm looking forward to tomorrow's. More of a long drawn out, longer process for the media and communications, and then the award ceremony is tomorrow. And then tonight we have at 5 o'clock the Minnesota get together.
And we're gonna go to the Four Corners.
Yep.
Yep, so do that.
And then at 4:30 today, we're going to interview past national commander.
Dan Ludwig.
Yep.
Yep. Let's forget his first name. I've just met so many people. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's more than I expected. It's more
Yeah.
grandiose, gigantic. Imagine if you ever been to a district convention times
1,000.
1,000.
Yeah. I would say for me too, my takeaways are similar to what you talked about, kind of tying things together. So like I've been my post-legislative chairperson for, I would say probably almost 2 years. But just being able to experience and see the legislative platform being discussed on the national level, and now I've moved off of media and communications at the department level to legislative. So now I'm seeing how at the post level, the department level, and the national level, these things kind of come together to create an integrated platform of values that you can advocate for on the local, the state, and the national level.
Well, I talked to a gentleman today. He said he was here because one of his resolutions were in there, and he's from a post. So to see that resolution start from a post, going up to the district, going up to the department, and now it's at the convention. He
That's
was so
awesome.
excited about it, and he was really energetic about it. He was talking about, I think, 25 minutes, what that's the step process that I think is pretty cool. It
Yeah.
starts at the post level and moves
Yes.
up, which is amazing to see that history
Yeah.
go forward.
And we've heard a lot about Be the One campaign,
Yes.
and that can mean so many things.
Be the one.
To be the one to help someone
There it is.
not commit suicide, to talk to a veteran, or be the one that approaches a veteran, gets them involved in the American Legion. And some people just need a purpose.
Yeah.
After they get out of the military, they're kind of lost because you have a very you guys know, it's very structured. And when you get out, you lose your identity to a degree. And getting back in with a group of like-minded individuals, veterans, is really therapeutic to a lot of people. So I would say if you're on the fence about joining the Legion, and to make the leap and get involved, because we've all been there, and it's a great place to be included,
Yeah.
to be with like-minded people, and I know before I got really active, my wife basically kicked me out of the house and told me to join a veterans organization where I would be more comfortable. I was pretty much at home with my wife, and now I'm in Milwaukee,
Yeah.
for crying out loud.
Now he's in Milwaukee screaming, "Semper Fi, brother!"
Yeah.
Across the room. How many times I'm like, there it is.
Yeah.
So,
No, it's true, and you know, it's evidence based too. So you talk to any therapist, and they will talk about social connectedness being key to mental well-being, and like this is like the epitome of social connectedness.
Were you guys out in Liney's patio area last night when we met the gentleman with his little dog?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, he was unsuccessful at suicide several years ago.
yeah.
And he said, if you're going to be bad at something, it's the best thing to be bad at. And now he's a Legion member, and turned around. He's in the right direction. And so, heck, there's a perfect example of Be the One
Right.
right there, that gentleman. He was a nice guy.
Yeah.
His dog
yeah.
was so dang cute.
Had a great conversation with him, and it's just another example of how the work that we do is important and even life-saving.
Right, because you could be that guy sitting at home contemplating it, and just get touched by the right person, get put in contact with the right person, and get that drive, that motivation to get out of the house and be active in something again, be a part of something. Because I think that's what a lot of the veterans that are close to that are contemplating it. They just feel like they have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I think that you can see the National American Legion has a pin on that, and is very active at that, because you can see the vendors here.
Yes.
In the exhibit, there's a lot of vendors that are hitting that area of suicide and prevention and all that stuff. So I think the American Legion's got a handle on, pushing for that campaign and
Yeah.
understands that. So that Be the One program, I think it's really great to have that going.
Yeah, and I've noticed we've talked about mental health several times, about our own mental health, and shared with each other, and I don't like to talk so much about that. It can be very difficult, because I think we still feel a lot of stigma around mental wellness. So the fact that they're talking about this, that they have pins about it, makes it maybe a little easier and like a gateway for us to be able to sit down and talk about ourselves and ask each other how we're doing.
Yep, like right now, we just Be the One, just started
Yeah.
off our conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
And last night, our mom, Teresa, forced us into some collective relaxation time, which ended up being very nice, the walk along the lake, and I got to do a short run, and it's just a reminder that you do have to be taking care of your mental health, even while you're on a trip away from home like this.
Yeah, so it is a lot of business going on at the National Convention, a lot of things going to meetings and stuff, but you also have that break time to where you can relax and have a meal
Yeah,
and have fun
fellowship.
together, have that fellowship here, and going out to a nice restaurant. There's several different restaurants we went to, especially the Third Market. That was different. Everybody got whatever they wanted, different types of foods, and still came together. So, trying to decide what we want to eat.
A word that I've heard countless times since we've been here is networking.
Yeah.
if you have a particular path that you want to travel through the Legion, this is a great place to network with the people that have been there. To, you know, somebody that's like Dan Ludwig, I think he said he was on his 40th national convention, and we'll talk with him later this afternoon about that. But 40 of them, holy buckets! What a wealth of information for somebody brand new like us to garner from. They say, you know, give us some tips, Dan. You know.
Well, you see that piece of paper he had his schedule all laid
Yeah.
out. Like,
Right.
okay, can we meet? He's like, oh, I'm gonna be here, and so I mean, the app is great. I love the app for a young guy like me, laughing. But I like that app because remember looking at it, looking at the schedule, looking at place to eat, social media, what's going on, you know. But then Dan's got that schedule. He knew what he was doing, when, where, like.
There's got to be a lot of demands on his time.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah. Yes.
you know, all those past commanders, and for him to take that out for us today, that's going to be a great opportunity to speak with him.
Yeah, I'm excited
Yeah.
to talk to him.
Yeah, we're really grateful for the people who have gone before us and kind of forged the path and established the processes we do and are still willing to teach us about what they know.
Yep, and this morning I did see our incoming Commander Havlick, and she will be also meeting with us today, and so we'll have her on a video as well. Get to talk
We
with
saw
her.
Mark Dvorak, Linda Dvorak,
Yeah.
Paul Hasing. So I mean, there's a lot of people here we're meeting and talk to. We run into them, the auxiliary, junior auxiliary chair too.
Yeah.
So we met with them and talked to them. They're excited to have a good time and they're enjoying themselves. So a lot of people we're gonna get to talk to hopefully today.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then you'll stay tuned for our wrap up. We're gonna have a wrap up video on Tuesday. We're not staying here for the whole thing. The three of us we gotta head back.
Yep.
So Tuesday after our caucus, I think it was, that in the afternoon we'll be taken out, but we're gonna try and get together one last time to kind of have a wrap up of what we've learned the past 3 days, because it'll be 3 days from today when we meet on Tuesday.
One thing I learned, bring your business cards. Got
Yes.
business cards? Bring business cards. And not just a small pack, bring business cards. So I passed out tons of business cards. I'm glad Teresa gave us
Yeah, that
those
was
business cards
amazing.
'cause
Great
I'm-
resource.
I'm doing really well.
That's called networking, right?
Networking.
Networking,
Well, that's
yep.
right on. Got my business cards right in my pocket right here. So
Anybody else have anything else they want to bring up?
I think that's really about it so far.
Just stay tuned for our other videos that we're gonna have coming up. So we're gonna have at least 2 or 3 more today.
Yes. We'll get going.
Yep. So
Talk to you guys later.
the rookies are not so much rookies anymore. So we're learning. I'm so glad we came.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this journey.